My name is John Hamilton, and this is your ETA News. Today's headlines are the United States versus Russia to infinity and beyond, fingerprints for food in Venezuela, and new scientific evidence suggests that Noah's Ark would have stayed afloat. It's no surprise that tensions are running high between Russia and the United States. Russia's intervention in Ukraine has many on edge. The surprise, however, is that the political battle has now left the Earth and its effects are being felt in space. Earlier this week, NASA suspended contact with government officials from Russia. In a statement released last Wednesday, a NASA spokesman said, "Given Russia's ongoing violation of Ukraine's sovereignty and territorial integrity, NASA is suspending the majority of its ongoing engagements with the Russian Federation." The two nations have a long-standing tradition of cooperative ambition in outer space affairs. The U.S. and Russia first teamed up in space exploration back in 1975 when a Soviet capsule carrying 2 Russian cosmonauts linked up with the U.S. Apollo module carrying 3 U.S. astronauts. After the collapse of the Soviet Union, the United States invited Russia to join its work on the International Space Station. After actions taken this week, the long-standing history of cooperation between the Russian and U.S. space programs may now be in jeopardy. In world news, the Venezuelan government is rolling out a program that requires citizens to obtain a special ID card in order to purchase goods at government-run supermarkets. Venezuelan officials have gone on the record stating that food shortages are to blame for the newly implemented project. Apparently, Venezuelan nationals are having a difficult time acquiring basic everyday products such as paper, milk, and flour. According to officials, there is a very serious problem with the current mode of operation. Crooks are stocking up on subsidized goods and then reselling them for much more than the purchase price. This is illegal in Venezuela. President Nicolas Maduro's administration believes that these ID cards will put an end to people taking advantage of the lower-priced government-run supermarket items. To register for an ID, patrons are being asked to submit their fingerprints, which will be linked to their profile in the registry. Consequently, the new program will limit the amount of goods that patrons can buy and allow the government to track all future purchases. On Tuesday, registration for the program began at more than 100 stores, with shoppers enduring long wait times to both enter and exit one location in downtown Caracas. And at checkout, the customers' phone numbers were recorded to prevent them from returning to the location for 8 days. In other news, students from the University of Leicester have made an exciting scientific discovery. After testing the Bible's claims, the results are in. The research has shown that Noah's Ark would have stayed afloat. In the biblical narrative, Noah was told by God to build an ark which was to be 300 cubits long, 50 cubits wide, and 30 cubits high to escape the flood. After averaging out the Egyptian and Hebrew cubit measurement, the students settled on a cubit being 48.2 centimeters or 1.58 feet. Using that measurement, the researchers found that the ark could have handled the weight of approximately 2.5 million sheep. Oliver Yule, the lead researcher, said every object, when immersed in a liquid, has an upward force acting against it, a buoyancy force. It also has a weight acting downwards, a downwards force. And in order for it to float, these two forces need to be equal. Benjamin Jordan, one of the students who worked on the project, said, using the dimensions of the ark and the density of the water, we were able to calculate its buoyancy force, which, according to Archimedes' principle, is equal to the weight of the volume of fluid the object displaces. This meant that we were then able to estimate the total mass the ark could have supported before the gravitational weight would have overcome the buoyancy force, causing the ark to sink, which we calculated at 50.54 by 106 kilograms. Thanks for watching. This has been John Hamilton with today's ETA News.